Hey guys, what's going on? Vega here from Serpent X Special Forces, and today we're going to be looking at the performance of the Acer Predator Helios 300. Now, not too long ago, I did a video and just did a brief overview of this laptop, but today we're going to be doing a deeper dive into the hardware specs, as well as my experience with this laptop, maybe a couple of shortcomings that I bumped into as well. Because while this laptop, or Acer as a whole, is not new to the laptop world, they have plenty of new 2019 models out there. But we're going to be focusing today on the PH3155278VL. That's a mouthful. That's what this model is. I have it linked in the description below. So let's dive into this guy and talk about his capabilities. Honestly, you can't go wrong with this laptop. This guy's got an i9-9750H 6-core 12-thread CPU, base clock of 2.6 gigahertz, boost clock of 4.5. But in all core, you're going to be sitting around 4 gigahertz. It's got a 1660 Ti, which you can't complain. It's not a Max-Q, but I have compared it against the desktop 1660 Ti, and I saw pretty dang good performance. It's also got a 15.6-inch display, 144 hertz refresh rate, 3 millisecond overdrive response time, 300 nits of brightness, which is actually not too bad. So it's decent for gaming and content creation. But it only covers 92% of the color gamut, the sRGB color gamut. But it's better than the previous model that they had, and it's still better than the Lenovo Legion, depending on which model you're talking about. This guy comes with 16 gigabytes of DDR4, but it's only at 266, so that might be an upgrade that you might want to consider. The other upgrade that you may want to consider is that this particular model only comes with a 256 gigabyte SSD, M.2 SSD, not NVMe M.2. So I went ahead and just automatically, before I even did anything, I hooked up the new storage, which I did bump into an issue, and I'll have a video about that showing you how to get around it. But you definitely want to upgrade the storage because 256 gigabytes, at least for me, is not enough. You do got room to install a 2.5-inch SSD or hard drive as well, so the expandability of this particular laptop is extraordinary. Good job, Acer. The built-in speakers is not winning any awards. The Wi-Fi is adequate. It's the Killer Double Shot Pro Wireless AC 1550 802.11 AC, dual band, Bluetooth 5.0, the usual. The Ethernet, Killer Ethernet E2500, which is honestly among the top NICs, I guess you could say, out there. It does come with webcam. That's only 720p up here at the top. And then I/O-wise, we got the power ports on a weird location, at least in my thoughts. I usually see it in the back left, back right on the back side of the laptop. But power port, Ethernet, USB 3.1 Gen 2, and we got 3 of these, the Type A ports. Then mic headset, and on this side we got the Type C, again another USB 3.1 Gen 2, mini display port, HDMI. So we got plenty of I/O for everything we need, and the keyboard is backlit, but it's the non-RGB model. It's the models that's RGB is going to cost you a little bit more, where you can control the zones and set whatever you want, but I didn't really care about that. I'm all about the go, not the show. The battery's not good. Honestly, Acer says 6 hours of battery life, but what I saw was in gaming, I only got about an hour to an hour and a half out of it, depending on the game. I guess you could get about 2.5 hours. Productivity, light browsing, internet browsing, all that stuff. Saw anywhere from 4 to 5 hours, depending on your use case and what you're doing. So the battery life is there, just it's not as extraordinary. So if you're a student and you plan on taking this to your school and only doing schoolwork and maybe some light streaming, like not gaming streaming, but like watching Netflix or YouTube, then you'll be fine. But if you're going to school and you plan on gaming in half an hour in between classes or something like that, you're gonna run out of battery life. But at most community colleges or colleges in general, there's outlets, so you can just charge up if you need to. So just be mindful that the battery life is not going to last you all day, especially if you're going to be doing some light gaming. One of the biggest issue I had with gaming though is, for example, Counter-Strike CSGO, which I might show you here on screen, is in order to prevent stuttering, which I was getting a lot of, I had to adjust the power plan settings as well as go into the NVIDIA control panel just to get the 1660 Ti to give me a little bit more performance, because the battery cannot give the 1660 Ti what it needs in order to prevent that stuttering. So you're going to have to play around with settings, not only power plan but NVIDIA alike, and probably in-game settings, just to get it to run well, just to get it to run smooth. But as soon as you hook it up to a power adapter, this laptop takes off, and it's a really good performer all around. I am totally stoked that I upgraded to this thing, considering that I went from the Asus laptop before to this, and I didn't kill my bank. Now, it is a pretty penny at $1,200, but I didn't kill my bank. Moving forward, I'm going to show you some performance slides, and then we're going to wrap up and give you my overall thoughts about this laptop.
Oh no.
So this laptop is a decent performer, and I am personally very happy with my purchase. Now, some pretty neat features that also come with this laptop. This guy does a good job cooling if you leave the fans on auto, but you're going to have the keyboard heat up on you, and I'll show you some temperatures about that. However, they have a turbo button up here in the top left that you can hit, but it's only on power. You cannot run it on battery. If I try to hit it while running on battery, it's going to tell me that I can't do it. It also has a Predator Sense button, which is just a overclocking utility that Acer provides to us. It's alright, it's neat, allows us to see thermals and all that good stuff. It's loading up right now. But it allows us to control the overclocking. You're not going to be able to overclock the CPU much, but you'll be able to overclock the GPU. Unfortunately, we can only do it on AC power. We also be able to control the fans. Now, we can leave it on auto, max, or we can set a custom fan curve if you like. But personally, if you're not too fond of the turbo or the high noise output, I would just turn Cool Boost on, which is up here in the top left hand corner. You can also monitor your voltages, your fan speeds, the whole 9 yards using the Acer Predator Sense, but nothing you can't use from your normal tools, MSI Afterburner, HW Info, so on and so forth. The 1660 Ti, even though it's not a desktop GPU, it performs pretty damn well. The CPU handles everything you could throw at it. It's good for gaming, content creation, and light productivity. Yes, it is not something you want to take to the office, but it's a damn good performer, especially considering the price compared to most laptops that have similar hardware. You're not spending $1,500, $1,800. You're spending $1,200 or less. If you can honestly find this laptop around Black Friday for sub $1,000, this is a steal of a deal. It is Amazon's #1 selling laptop, but it's a damn good laptop. So I would strongly consider it, but get something that fits your needs. If you're a student going to a college and all you're going to do is, take notes, some light productivity, this thing will last you all day. However, if you're trying to do some light gaming in between classes, again, it's not going to work, right? So you're only going to get an hour to maybe 2.5 hours at the most, depending on the game or how graphically intensive the game is. But if you're just doing some light productivity and you have outlets all around, get back to your dorm, plug in the laptop, charge back up, you're good to go. Unfortunately, and I did test this out, you would not, since this Type-C port, one, it's not only not Thunderbolt 3, but you won't be able to charge your laptop with it. My work laptop, I can charge using my external battery because I had to use it during a hurricane, and this laptop would not charge. So my work laptop will just fine. So you have to charge using this charging port and whatever outlet you have at nearby or in your disposal, especially if you're a student. But hopefully the information in this video helped you out in some form or fashion. Hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe for more content. Share the video. And definitely thank you for stopping by today. I just wanted to share my information that I got with my new purchase. And hopefully this helps you make a decision on whether or not you want to consider this laptop for the future. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.